welcome to today's video. Today we are playing the Fidgetts. So I'm guessing, at first glance, maybe kind of a platformer or puzzler, but I feel like it's going to be more platformer. We could be terribly mistaken. Okay, so yeah, not overly well done. Okay, so little man can't jump. So this is gonna be a lot like Lost Vikings. So that's what we got here. Is we got some Lost Vikings-esque. Oh, you can't? Okay, I thought... Alright, fair enough. That's what I get for thinking. Alright, so yeah. So everything that you did prior to that stays where it was. Now, can he... There we go. Okay, so that is what we do there. Okay. Simple enough. So all in all, it's a very basic... Oh, but our time is going regardless, so we don't even... Alright. Okay, so far all this game is the skinny one goes and gets a block for the fat one. And that's kind of where we are. And then when you spend the entire time picking up the blocks and moving it, which really kind of takes away from any semblance of much of anything. Game over. Alright, we'll give it another go. We'll see if anything changes. Is there any other... Okay, so he does have an attack. I mean, this honestly takes out... Like, you want to call it a puzzler, but this doesn't really scream puzzles. This is just kind of repeating the same thing over and over again. Follow Fat Man with a brick is pretty much all this game seems to be. Follow Fat Man with brick. Can Fat Man do anything? What is his? So he can pick up his own bricks. But he can't jump with it, so it kind of... I guess we can pick up one with the other to avoid some time. I will attempt that. No, alright. And we can't stack the blocks, which is also silly. Okay, why are we not... So the bricks just kind of... Alright, is there anything else over here that might change things? Spring, alright. So it's going to be another one of these games where it's... Mostly just memorizing the level, what you need to go get. So they both have a slingshot. Like, it's more puzzler than anything. But honestly, it's not even a puzzler. There's no real puzzles in this game. It's follow the little fat guy around with a block. And that's the entirety, it seems like, of this game. I'm going to do one more because they're so short. But, like, I don't know. It's not... There's not overly complex or anything. But there's no real game there. It doesn't feel like it. Like, the more you play it, the more you're just like, okay. Yeah, I guess. Because this is not like a greatly it works great for Game Boy. Like, this is in and of itself a great Game Boy game. I don't even know what happens if we do this. We're gonna run through this level with with this mouse here and see if anything happens, changes. Yeah, we do have to go that way. All right. I think all things considered, as a Game Boy game, nothing overly wrong with this, other than the fact that it's not very... But everything is very slow to respond. Like trying to do... We left our little fat man there and we made it. Oh, but now he is... now he's back, but we can't do anything. And we can't switch characters. So we have 47 seconds where we can do nothing. Like, all in all, like, it's a good Game Boy game puzzler. Like, I keep saying puzzler, but not really. But in the most broadest terms, definitely is. Like, you have to figure out which block to pick up to go do it. But, like, there's no real heart and soul to the game. It's very unresponsive. Everything is so slow and just drags on. And the fact that everything is so slow-paced, and then you just keep doing the same thing. Pick up block, put block, fat rat, jump, pick block, drop block, fat rat, jump. Like, and you know that's going to be the extent of this entirety game. Yeah, the levels are going to change. There's going to be probably a few more little intricacies added, like the springs and stuff. But all in all, that is what this game is going to be. Is fat rat can't jump, skinny rat bring thing for fat rat to jump on. Luckily, again, it's tailor-made for Game Boy. It's basic. It is slow, but it works fine for Game Boy. The levels are short and sweet. They're going to take a lot of trial and error. You're going to have to keep game over, go, game over, go. But, I mean, that is what a lot of these games, early games did. Was memorize the level to improve and to keep going. Kind of almost all games, for the most part, I guess you could say were kind of roguelike. Where you went as far as you could, you learned some stuff, you start back, you go again, you get better. I mean, it's slightly different than a roguelike, but as a whole, like a lot of NES, Super NES games, all these kind of games were, in a sense, roguelikes. Where you die, you'd have to start over, repeat the level again, repeat everything over again, but getting better, learning the level better, learning the mechanics a little bit more in order to progress. And that's kind of what we're doing here. But all in all, decent enough if you had it on Game Boy to kind of keep yourself motivated, kind of get everything flowing. But as a general game, not very good. There's not enough there to be overly enjoyable, overly stimulating. Like I said, the mechanics and the gameplay are very, very basic, which is good for Game Boy, but not for actual gameplay stand. So all in all, just, I don't know. The game performs and plays exactly, I'm sure, as intended and what they wanted. It's just, they didn't seem to put a whole lot of effort into it. It is extremely basic. But again, it is also good for a lot of, like, younger kids. Great for problem solving and, you know, sparking that part of the brain where they're going to get reasoning and everything going. So in that aspect, I think it's a great game for younger kids to understand how things work and to, like, get that troubleshooting, the reasoning and everything, and being able to learn from it. I really feel like this is a good game for younger kids, which a lot of, especially Game Boy games, I feel like more Game Boy games are more for the younger audience than more for the older. But all in all, it performs and plays as expected. It is definitely great for Game Boy, and again, great for the younger audience to really kind of spark the brain, spark the imagination, get things going to where they can problem solve, reason, and do things. But overall, pick up block, fat rat jump, move block, fat rat jump is no basis for an actual game. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining. Until next time, have a good one.